I had a roller coaster ride as a football player, and I've had a roller coaster ride as a pundit, as a scout. I've worked for an football agency in the past, journalism. I've covered World Cups. What I'm doing now is to helping Kieran Dyer, who used to play at Ipswich, Newcastle in England. He's come back to Suffolk, and we're helping each other to coach the under-23s at Ipswich Town Football Club. So really, I've gone full circle from where I was as a player. When you're lucky enough to play for your country, I think when you stand there and the national anthem's being played, that's probably the proudest moment in your football career. You know, you feel very humble and very responsible because a lot of great players have been in your shoes. You're following their pathway. And then standing as captain of England in the World Cup semi-final in 1990 is one thing better than that, and that's captaining England in the World Cup final and winning it. So Bobby Moore's done that, but I followed in his footsteps with the semi-final, and unfortunately we didn't go all the way. But to have done that and to play all those games is just, wow, that's incredible. That's probably my proudest moment in sport. Well, there's lots of stories, all relevant to different people. Lots of stories about Paul Gascoigne. He joined, he was in the England squad for 1990. So when he signed for Spurs and went down from Newcastle to Spurs, he sort of hit the big time and the big money and everything else. So he was in his place, I don't know if it was digs or a hotel near Tottenham's ground. He'd heard Terry Venables, who was his manager, say that they needed a really quick striker, someone up front who was fast. He lived next door to a zoo, so what he did was he knew he got friendly. He used to go there and have a look around the zoo when he was bored, which was virtually all the time. So he knew the owner and the people there. So he asked the owner, could he borrow something from the zoo? So what he did, he got his Range Rover, went into the ostrich pen, and they took an ostrich. Somehow managed to get this ostrich into the car, shut the door, then went off to the Tottenham's training ground. So they got to Tottenham's training ground, and Gazza said to Terry Venables, he said, I've got you that fast striker. He said, well, what's his name? He says, well, he hasn't got a name. I think the lads call him Ozzy. So he says, well, where is he? He says, just outside in the car. So they went outside, and he opened the back door, and this ostrich got out and ran out. And this ostrich was running around the training field. Of course, all the lads are out watching this. He said, there's this striker, Gaffer, like he's really, really quick. He said he's unbelievably quick. No one here is quicker than him. So Terry Venables, funny side, Gaz, well done sort of thing. He went back inside. But then Gaz had to catch the ostrich because all the lads are out there, they loved it. And he says to me, you ever tried catching a bloody ostrich? He says, they can run. So they took the whole Tottenham team to catch this ostrich and eventually put it back in the car. Only Gaza would do something like that. But I think it's a great idea, and it is that the common theme obviously is the racing, but it's the people behind it. It's the stables, Robin, and all the associates and people like you as well that sort it out. And it's people coming in from different environments with one sole purpose. It's one specific purpose. That's two really. One to enjoy the racing, and two to enjoy each other's company. And the events you put on are absolutely first class. Having the opportunity of getting into some supreme venues, it gives people an opportunity that they wouldn't necessarily have or couldn't have. To go along to the stables, Dangerous Stables, and see Robin and see all the stable hands and the horses, wow, that was something different for me, and access that I've never really had before. And I think that's the real key to it as well. There's so many pluses for Cross Channel that if people know it and see it, they'll love it. There's no doubt about that. There's two things I'm looking forward to. One is a handshake, a nice handshake. I miss that. I really do miss shaking people's hands. I mean, it's surprising, really, because when you meet people now, what do you, elbow pump or fist pump or whatever you do, it's very difficult. And to hug people as well. You know, if I see good friends and I see people that I know and I see people that say are former teammates and all these kind of things, you just want to hug them because it's so many memories, so much history, and with a family as well. I think that's the most important thing ever.